Meghan Markle's Netflix show has been slammed as toxic by a doctor, saying that Megsy's message is damaging to mums and so much more. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because here's the headline right here from the Daily Mail. Dr. Max Pemberton is saying that her TV show, With Love Meghan, is full of shallow, toxic positivity, and here's why he believes Megsy is sending a damaging message to mums. Now, please bear in mind that this is a Daily Mail Plus article. It is behind a paywall, so I'm just going to pick out snippets just for fair use. And so, yeah, here we go. He turns round and he says that his absolute favourite moment from this whole series, and the most telling part of it all, is when she asks a guest, Mindy Kaling, about the kind of parties that she throws for her 3 young children. And so Megsy asks, I don't know if you go all out for your kids' parties or not. And then Mindy replies, the woman I hire does. And Dr. Max is like, priceless. Priceless response. And then he goes on to write, look, what is the point in having someone on your show to talk about organising children's parties when she's never actually planned one because she has the wealth to outsource it? And seriously, I am absolutely not lying when I'm saying this. I thought the same thing when I was watching the series. I was like, well, hang on a minute. Why are you having Mindy Kaling on this episode about, setting up and organising children's parties, this, that and the other, when Mindy Kaling doesn't even lift a finger because she pays someone to do it for her? I mean, fair play, she's got the money, don't get me wrong. If I had the money, I'd do it as well, I'd follow Mindy's example, pay someone else to do it and stress about it rather than having to do it myself, right? And to be fair, realistically, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, I bet Megsy would do the same. Pay for someone else to do her kids' parties, you know what I mean? Rather than do it herself. It's absolutely fake as shiz. But then Dr. Max then writes, why not ask a working mum who doesn't have staff and millions in the bank to offer her tips on hosting a celebration on a budget? That's something I'd watch. Yeah, because then it'd be more realistic. It'd be more relatable rather than 2 multi-millionaires, right? One that, as far as I'm concerned, is faking to be a hostess that, organises her kids' parties, this, that and the other. The other one that admits that she don't do it at all, she pays someone else to do it. Yeah, I'd rather watch someone that's real, that actually talks the talk and walks the walk, you know what I'm saying? And so Dr. Max then says, as amusing and unrealistic as this series is, I do worry how it may make some parents feel. There will be some looking at the endless credits, charcuterie boards and bespoke party bags and worry that they're letting their children down by not providing something similar. He then says, let me tell you, you are not. No child cares about this stuff. It's competitive and performative parenting. Plain and simple. The whole show, as far as a lot of us are concerned, is Megsy performing. Megsy being fake. I even reported it in my video yesterday, and if you missed it, I'll link it down below, and it'll be towards the end of this video as well. Megsy's father, Thomas Markle Sr., has spoken out about the series, saying that she's always been inauthentic. She's always been fake. There's a relatability problem. That's why partly the show's tanked. Why it hasn't been a hit with the critics and the viewers. And here you've got Dr. Max saying what she did was competitive and performative parenting. Plain and simple. He writes, give kids a ball and put them in the garden and they'll be fine. Exactly. No kid wants a freaking mini set of little mini garden forks and little mini shovels and a pot and some seeds to grow their own stuff. No kid wants that. They want sweets and chocolate and toys. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it is, as far as I'm concerned, competitive and performative parenting that Megsy was totally showing at that point. I totally agree with Dr. Max on that. Now, he also writes here, kids make their own fun and games. They don't need floral displays, homemade jam, and balloon arches. This way is the way madness lies. No wonder so many mothers on Parenting Site Mumset were incensed at Meghan's antics. They were saying it's literally giving yourself a ton of work in order to lord it over others with how thoughtful and talented you are, wrote one. So even the mums on Mumsnet were like, no, Megsy, this is not the way. Dr. Max says, look, being told that being perfect doesn't matter by someone whose Le Creuset skillet pan matches their outfit is hardly reassuring. Exactly. Meghan's version of hostessing isn't relaxed and carefree. It doesn't say, don't worry if you can't be bothered to make a cake. No one will notice if you get it from Lidl. And that's the thing. You know, if I'm hosting a party and I'm going to be, sorting out a cake, I'm not going to be making it myself. I'm going to go down to my nearest cake shop, right? And I'm going to give them a ton of money to do it for me, all right? It's exactly what I'll do. I'll tell them what I'd like the design to be. I'll give them some ideas, but then I'll let the experts go forward from there. I'm not going to be baking my own cake. I just do not have the time or the inclination to do that. I'm going to be real on you there. And a lot of us, I think, would agree. But this is a thing Dr. Max then says, instead, look, it's high octane and stress inducing because the vast majority of people, at least the ones I know, barely have time to tie their laces, let alone tie bows around mason jars, or have the time to get a packet of pretzels, get a handful of them, and then put them in another plastic bag and then tie the bow around that and then put on like a little like card attached to like, to you from me. Like, no one has the time for that. Just give them the bag of pretzels and be like, go nuts with it. Do you know what I mean? Dr. Maxon says, look, she assured us that even those of us in a little flat in London can have a slice of this picture postcard bucolic life. Oh, really? In a cost of living crisis when many can't afford basic groceries, let alone edible flowers, it just feels like mean girl trolling. There are no rainbow carrots or Persian cucumbers in my nearest Tesco. I've checked. Every episode smacked of the kind of shallow, toxic positivity we see on Instagram. I watched very much feeling as though Meghan was trying too hard to convince me that everything is fine in her world. In fact, more than fine, amazing, as she says repeatedly, joyful, wholesome. But, it's kind of like the old saying that comes up, doth protest too much. Again, it's all performative. It's all fake. As a father said yesterday that I reported on, she's completely inauthentic. She always has been and she always will be. And you now have this doctor also calling her out as well, going around full circle saying ultimately Meghan's message to mums is completely damaging. And she's promoting this shallow, toxic positivity that just isn't going to do anyone any favours. No one has time to do what Megsy is advising us to do to be the best hostesses when it comes to kids' parties or when your friends come over. Like I said last week, I had my best friend come over last weekend. I wasn't going to go out of my way, let's be real here, okay, to get the ingredients to make Megsy's homemade bath salts, to then get some pretzels, put it in another little bag, tie it round a bow with a little like sticker and give it to me mate, and bake her a cake and do her this rainbow fruit platter and all that lot. No, I ain't got time for that. What did I do instead? I went to my local M&S, my local Marks and Spencer's, got some of those tubs of like bakery goodies that they sell, right? And then when she came, I was like, what takeout do you want? She said Chinese. So I ordered a Chinese takeout. That was it. Done, dusted. Table was already laid out with the plates and whatnot. That was it. That was it. And my friend appreciated it and she loved it. And I loved it too. And it was relaxed, it was stress-free, and it wasn't toxic whatsoever. If I followed Megsy's example and what she recommends us to do, By the time my friend got here, I'd be tearing my freaking hair out, and I'm just not bothered for that whatsoever. So with that being said, if you appreciated this video, you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more. You do not want to miss my next video because Megsy is legally prohibited. She is not allowed to call her strawberry spread jam. Looks like jam actually is not her jam after all. Want to know more? Make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. What do you think to what this doctor said? Do you agree with him? Do you think Megsy's message is damaging to mums? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.